Hello.
Good evening, Ashish.
Good
Good
evening.
evening, everybody.
Good evening. Am I audible?
Good
Well,
evening.
hi,
Yes.
Anika. Okay, good. Um, so I think another 5 minutes people will join in. Um, in the meantime, let's just see. I hope everything's. I put an extra light today so that I can be visible. Last time I was told that it was too dark here. So it's a strange kind of a light. When I look towards the light, it shows my eyes are having a lot of circles. Just see how my face looks like. It looks like I'm having that effect there. So trying new
How
things.
have you been?
Good.
Busy?
Busy, yeah.
Hmm?
Uh, Coming up with new ideas, new ways, and and now this is a completely new topic we are going to discuss today. So
Right.
it's a great thing. I think more people are coming in. Let's admit more.
So are you live streaming this on Facebook?
No, I'm not. But I think
Acha,
once
it's just showing F something. Yeah,
I
okay.
just put
What is
that.
the green button
I don't know.
next to the recording?
I have no clue about it.
Hi, good
Hi,
evening.
good evening.
Hi, Seema. How are you?
Hi, Ashish.
I'm good. How are you?
Hi, Seema.
Everyone's very good.
Hi, Momita. How are
Hi.
you?
I'm good. Long time.
Time, yes.
Yeah, long time.
Yeah,
So nice to see you.
yes. So people are coming in.
Hi, good
Uh,
evening. This is
good
Abhishek.
evening. Hi, Abhishek. How are you?
Hi, Abhishek.
I'm
Yeah.
good.
Good,
Greetings.
good. Hi. So good to see a lot of people coming. We already have 12 participants. Let's just wait for another 3-4 minutes and then we can start. And
Mhm.
this has been a topic which I had been thinking about since almost like a year to talk about. Although we did talk about it a little bit in the master's program, yet this is one area of NLP which is not really explored too much. So, okay, I request all of you to please switch off your microphones. I hear a little bit of a sound, I think. Yeah, great. Mm, Let me admit more people. Excellent. So this topic has been um, there in the coaching circles, in the NLP coaching circles since long, but it has not been too much written about or discussed in the past. Primarily because we were using simpler submodality methods to take care of this. But now, with the kind of experimentation I'm doing, I'm seeing that there are other methods where we can work with thought loops. So that's exactly what I wanted to discuss with everybody today. Um, so we have now 14 participants. Great. Wow. That's like a full wall coming up. Two more people coming in. So maybe we can start a little bit of a discussion here. And I'd like to know from any one of you, what do you understand by thought loops or looping thoughts? I'm sure most of you have had it. So any of you, you can just switch on your microphone and share with me, what do you think are loop thoughts?
I think,
Ashish.
so-
Okay.
Sure, sure.
Go
Anyone?
ahead, Pavan.
but I can make it out because of this, what happens sometimes, we keep on thinking about certain,
Hmm.
when I talk about loops, most of the time it is negative one, we have got certain fear or some,
Hmm.
we make some perception about certain things,
Yes.
and keep on, making a loop of that over thought process and giving the pain to ourselves, and sometimes, we what I realize, okay, when we interact with someone and he is in the same loop, and you can definitely make it out from that person perspective, because he is not able to cope up with the circumstances or situations, because he started thinking that this is something which is happening to him and he is born to face them.
Yeah, yeah. So very interestingly put, how thoughts trap us at so many times. Any more views about it? What do you guys think about? What are thought loops? Yes, Seema, you're saying something?
I think Momita wants to say something, then I'll
Yeah,
speak afterwards. Let
sure,
her
sure,
speak
sure.
first.
Please.
Thank you, Seema. So, Ashish, I feel thought loops are those recurring thoughts that
Yes,
keep coming and they keep playing in our head in a loop.
yes. Yeah, very
That's
good.
what I understand.
So, and Seema, what you were saying?
Yeah, so according to me, thought loops are kind of uncertainty. Like it is like supposing if we take the present day's situation, when it started back, say 2 months back, it was like for the first time when we heard coronavirus has hit it and all. So the
Yeah,
thought process was like, now what will happen? Now what we are going to do? So it's
yeah.
like a loop of thoughts, and we are like just it's like a vicious circle. We are just circling and not finding any solution.
Wonderful,
Hi, Ashish.
wonderful.
So, Ashish, can I share?
Please do.
Okay, Mahi this side.
Hi,
So
Mahi.
it's the thought. Hi Ashish. Hi everybody. Okay, so for me, the thought loops, I would see in polarities. They could be positive, they could be negative. So if the best things are negative things are happening, okay, oh my God, what's this happening? As also Seema rightly said, we go towards a vicious circle. And when we are thinking positive, when the good things are happening, so it gives a lot of positivity.
Yes,
So, hi, Ashish.
So that's my thought process.
yes.
Can I
And
say something, Ashish? Sorry.
yeah, one sec. Harsh is trying to say something. Harsh, yes.
Hi,
Sure.
Ashish. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. This is Harsh. So what I see is the thought loop could be positive, it could be negative. It can go down the spiral.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether that's a
Yeah.
loop or not, but that's
Yeah,
a spiral open end.
yeah,
Can
yeah.
go to the bottom
Hmm.
and it can even go to the top. So I feel it's more like a momentum. You start looking in one direction and then you start thinking it could be fear, or it could
Yeah.
be anything positive that may happen, which is not really a reality. It's like it's in your thoughts. It can go to any direction.
Yeah, absolutely. So, any more ideas about thought loops?
Just a second, Ashish. I think that these are repetitive patterns, and a loop doesn't have a beginning end. So basically, it is a trap. So whether it's positive or negative, I feel that it does not allow you to actually do anything till you actually break the loop and get out of it.
Right. Umair, you're trying to say something? Umair, you can switch on your mic, please. Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, Umair, we can hear you.
Yeah. Actually, I think the loop is when we go into our miserable thoughts process.
Yes.
And we keep on thinking about all and making ourselves miserable, like keep on going in the same vicious cycle.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, Ashish,
Yeah.
I'd like to share something because just a few minutes ago, Harsh mentioned about these are the thought loops which do not have directions. But another thought which is coming to my mind right now is we create the reality first in our mind. So how this would impact our life situations? Of course, we need to. Another philosophy of NLP is that if you want to break certain pattern, either you can choose to change your physiology or vice versa.
Yeah.
So that's something which is also I am feeling connected with.
Yes. So, so let me introduce this whole idea to you. Let's briefly talk about. One sec. Let me admit more people. The more people in the waiting. Wonderful. Neha is joining now. Yes. So let's talk a little about thinking. Let's talk about thinking. Thinking is a very, very basic process our whole mind does. And when the things are organized according to the priorities in the direction of our goals and purpose, we progress. If our thoughts are not sorted towards our goal and purpose, we feel stuck. So the thoughts that fuel action towards our goal and purpose is what we want, and that is what we call the thoughts in flow or flowing thoughts. Anything which is not flowing, which is not towards the goal and not towards the purpose, and not triggering an action towards goal and purpose, is actually making us stuck. Going in a little bit of a detail, when I started experimenting with, how thoughts are, and if they are not flowing, what are they? We came up with a very simple definition called unresourceful thoughts and resourceful thoughts. So we found that the thoughts that flow towards an action, a goal, and a purpose are resourceful thoughts, and the thoughts that keep us away from that, the unsorted thoughts, are unresourceful thoughts. Now, looking at these unresourceful thoughts, sometimes we have a single thought which starts moving into a circle. It's the same thought going from one element to another element. It's like a scene in our mind that goes from one end and another, and the last end then joins back to the first one. So we keep looping into one particular thought. It's like a cycle. It's like, let me give you an example. If I'm thinking about eating an apple, then I think about how an apple would be, how the apple is good, and then I'm going to take out the apple, I'm going to eat it, I'm going to have this, and then I think about the apple. And I keep thinking about it, but not eating the apple itself. That's what a thought loop is. Thought loop is thinking about it in a cyclic pattern, but not doing any action about it. The second kind of unresourceful thinking patterns, and we are talking about thinking patterns right now, is what we call the chain methods, the thought chains. We are inviting a little more, some more people. These thought chains. So when we talk about these thought chains, it's like one thought ends, and from there another thought starts. So we make a story in our heads. We kind of come towards the end of that story, towards the climax of that story. And from there, we start weaving completely a different thought, and we start another thought. We come to the end of the second thought, and we start thinking of another thought. And all this thinking process inhibits us from taking an action to exit the loop. So that's what we call thought chains, which are
Ashish,
quite
I
unresourceful.
just make a point.
Yeah, sure.
Sometimes somebody else, this is Kamal here. Hi.
Yeah, hi, Kamal.
So sometimes somebody else is expressing a thought,
Yeah.
and that triggers off a chain of thoughts in us.
Yes, yes. Exactly. So both loop thoughts and chain thoughts. And further, I'm going to tell you about more kinds of thoughts, which are the knots. They can all be triggered through an external experience or an internal experience. So the third kind of unresourceful thought is the knots. Like you see, there's a thought coming and there's a contradictory thought comes, and they just get into a lock situation. We keep fighting in our minds for this and that. So we get into a knot situation. It could be many thoughts versus many thoughts.
Can you give us an example on this?
On the knot thoughts?
Yes.
Yes.
Mahid is.
Yeah, hi Mahid.
Yes.
Mahid, so
Hi.
let's look at this. That this morning I was in a coaching session with a guy who's studying right now. He is completing his schooling and ready to go to the college very soon. And he's got good scores, he's got everything. And he says, I want to go to this university and these are the benefits. Or I want to go into the other university and these are the benefits. And he has spent last 2 months just fighting over these two colleges in the mind. So he's got into a knot situation where he feels the pros and cons are equal. So he gets confused there. So when the two opposite elements which are pulling you apart at that point of time and not letting you take the action towards the goal and purpose, these is what we call the thought knots.
Okay. So internal conflict, you can say so.
Yes, internal conflict, and none of them has action involved in. So unresourceful thoughts means they're not leading to an action. They're not leading to an exit. Let's try to understand this. Let's think of the thought loops. That's the topic of today. Very soon I'll be taking 2 more small webinars on thought chains and thought knots also. Today we'll be talking about thought loops. So let's take a thought loop that I want to eat an apple. And I think about how the apple is. I can go to the market, or I can go to the refrigerator, or I can do this and then do this. And think about it and complete the loop and go again into it without eating the apple. So if I would have eaten the apple, then I would have exited the loop. Simply said, a looping thought is one that inhibits or prohibits you to take an action. All 3 of these unresourceful thoughts create procrastination also. So most of these thoughts are one of the root cause of procrastination. Have you ever experienced this in your lives where you keep thinking about something and not doing it, and you think you're procrastinating about it? Has that happened? Yes. Namrata is saying something. Momita is also saying something. Momita would like to add something to it. Yeah.
Ashish, I would like to say.
Yeah, yeah.
Ashish, it's a big hassle for me because my mic is not working.
But
So I
we
have
can
to
hear.
just
We can hear
yeah
you. We can hear
yeah.
you.
So I was just adding that this happens all the time.
Yeah.
So what do we do?
I'm coming to it exactly. And yes, Aarti wants to say something. Aarti.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I feel yes, many a times it happens. We keep on thinking, as you said, thought of loops, and we are stuck in a loop. We know what to do, but we don't do anything, and we keep on delaying. Okay, next 6 months, or next 3 months, or next 6 months, but we don't do it, or we hesitate to do it. It happens here.
Yes. And Namrata,
So
you're saying
Ashish,
something?
how is thought loop different from procrastination?
Procrastination is what we do. Thought loop is one of the reasons. There are other reasons of procrastination also. Thought loop and thought chains and thought knots are some of the reasons of procrastinating.
So Ashish, a quick
And what are
question.
some of the reasons why we get into a loop?
I'll come to that. Yes. Yes, Harsh, you were saying something.
Yeah, so you explained three types of loops, and looks like it starts from one point and ends at one point. It's like one.
Yeah, that's loop.
Like,
Yeah.
Till the time you don't really take an action. Only
Yes.
then you come out.
An action is the way to exit the loop.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to map what I was thinking in terms of going in a spiral down and spiral up.
Yes. Yes.
Is that also some kind of loop, that maybe an extended loop, or
so spiral is typically what we call a thought chain, because it doesn't end where we started. It goes into a different direction every time. So that we cover in thought chains. Let me ask all of you something. How many of you have ever flown a kite? पतंग उड़ाई है कभी आपने? Wow.
मैंने नहीं उड़ाई.
मैंने नहीं उड़ाई, ठीक है. मैंने भी नहीं उड़ाई, लेकिन मैंने
भी नहीं उड़ाई. मैंने भी नहीं उड़ाई.
Okay. पर जब हम पतंग
मैंने
उड़ाते
कल ही
हैं,
उड़ाई है.
अरे वाह, ये तो बहुत ही बढ़िया. तो जब हम
मैंने
पतंग
थॉट्स की
उड़ाते
कल उड़ाई है.
अरे that's so wonderful.
ऐसा है, अभी इमेजिनरी पतंग उड़वा दो फिर सबको.
हाँ. तो अभी जब मैंने कहा,
उड़ाई है.
तो आप सबके दिमाग में पतंग आ चुकी है ऑलरेडी कि वो कैसे उड़ती है. अब पतंग के 3 पार्ट्स हैं. एक पतंग जो उड़ रही है आसमान में, एक आप हैं जो एक्शन करके उसको उड़ा रहे हैं अपने हाथों से, और उसका एक स्ट्रिंग है, स्ट्रिंग ऑफ लूप्स. एक थ्रेड है जो एक घूम रहा है, जिसकी वजह से वो चल रहा है. नाउ one sec. Yeah. So if you have your kite and the wing strong, think of the kite as your goal for a minute. If it is going on, if it is working, if it is flowing, it is out, the thoughts will automatically exit the loop. Let me explain it another way. whenever your goals and your purpose are aligned and they're wonderful and big and bright and wonderful, and they're really, really large for you, your mind will exit a thought loop. Now, this is what we call a futurist vision. Instead of going into a cause of this, I will slowly come to a cause of this, but the solution lies not in the cause, but what lies ahead of you. We leave procrastination, we exit thought loops only if the goal and the purpose is big, bright enough, which is pulling ourselves to it. So let us go back to a point of time that when you wanted your first job maybe, or your first assignment at some point of time. You were driven by it. If the client called or if you were called for an interview, just rush towards it. That is the kind of pull from the future, pull from the goal, pull from the purpose. If all the three are there together, they will make you exit a thought loop. Does that make sense? Any questions, please?
Yes, Ashish,
Yeah.
it makes sense.
So we are looking at building the goal and aligning it to the purpose what we have in order to exit every thought loop that has been unresourceful. Let us look at it another way. Suppose you are driving a car. I give a lot of car examples also. You're driving a car, and one fine day, you know that wherever you have to go, it is a straight road and there are no turns into it at all. Chances are you're going to reach there faster. But if you have to go to a place where there are lots of circles and detours and other places, you will reach a little late. Now map it in your mind. Map it in your mind in a way that if you do not look straight at your goal, if you do not look straight at your purpose, you might get diverted here and there. Thought loops are created. Now I'm coming to the cause of it. One of you asked me the cause. The cause is when we get diverted through diverse thoughts on the other side. For example, I'll go back to the apple example for a minute. Suppose I want to eat an apple, but somebody sitting with me says, hey, mango is actually good. And then another guy says, well, maybe banana is also good. And the third one says, why can't you stay hungry? So what am I doing? I'm taking their thoughts and jumbling them up without weighing whether what I want is more important or what they are saying is more important. People who are able to weigh this, people who are able to define their purpose first, fix their goals, take their goals through a process called well-formed outcomes and build a timeline, they are able to exit the thought loops very, very easily. In NLP terms, there'll be three processes involved. The first process would be well-formed outcomes. The second process would be a timeline. And the third process is going to be a circle of excellence at every state. So, so that brings me to a point that many of you in this group have studied NLP and some of you still have to study the NLP. Let me introduce how we do these sessions. These sessions, what I'm doing online right now and what we've been doing for last many years now are called NLP Joy sessions. These sessions were primarily meant for the alumni of NLP Authority, where all the students who have attended courses with us, they join these sessions every now and then. It comes as a part of the post-program support for the NLP training program. Now, when the lockdown has happened, it has given us an opportunity to bring everything online, and therefore these sessions are open to everybody who's interested. And this brings more and more people in our community. Now, why I'm giving you this example? It is because if my purpose is to help people explore NLP and my goal is to reach maximum people, I could have gone into loops. I see a lot of people going into loops here. Why should I do that? Why should I do that? What is the benefit? Should I charge? Should I not charge? All these things. But what helped me was a small conversation with one of my students. Now, I and one of my students had a conversation last month when the lockdown had just begun. And she said, if your purpose is to help people explore NLP, why not everybody? That student is sitting here in this group, so I'd like to thank her very, very much. And that led to the series of programs that has happened for everybody. Now, this is how, when you align anything to the goal and purpose, you are able to exit the loop. I will share another small point here, that think of any thought loop you have been into. Yes, Aarti, you want to say something, please?
Yes, sir. As you said, we should have a well-defined outcome, then a timeline, and
Circle of excellence at every stage.
So it's possible that suppose, yes, sir. Suppose we have a timeline of 1 year.
Yes.
So why, in spite of having a clear, well-defined outcome, timeline of 1 year, why we are not able to come out of that thought loop in spite of having a clear set of goals and
because
purpose?
we are
Why
not
we are
taking
not able
action.
to come out of it?
Very simple, because the go to the last question of well-formed outcome. All those who have studied well-formed outcomes, the 10-step process, if you go to the last question there, Aarti, the last question is, what are you going to do today? Now you must begin the process and take every next step. Getting into consistency is a very, very important point. The minute you lose consistency, you lose your eyes on the goal. So that is the answer for this, Nikita. Also, any other thoughts about
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
Hi, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Sir, I had a small incident with me.
Yes.
Just before lockdown, I had my mobile breakdown. I got it temporarily repaired, and I was planning to buy a new one.
Yeah.
But during these lockdown days, when I was trying to search options on the internet, I got so confused as to which mobile should I buy. Now, what has happened has landed into a vicious circle. Ki if I go with 15,000, add another 500, you will get this option. Add another 500, you get that option. So how to get out from this?
It is a very good example. I think it's an excellent example. So the loop is, which mobile do I buy? I buy this mobile plus add 5,000, get these features and this. So I think many of us have gone into that loop at some point of time. I believe I have gone into that loop at so many points of times. No, now the way to look at this challenge is, for a minute, I close down the question that what mobile I'm going to buy. I ask myself the question, what is the purpose of buying a mobile? What are the set of things I'm going to do and enjoy completely? Because mobile is no longer a communication, it's an entertainment device, it's an infotainment device, there's so much in it. So I first define the purpose of having a mobile. Now, this is not a goal, this is the purpose. Purpose is vague, purpose is ambiguous. So we define what all will a mobile give me. We note that down and we write it down. Then we go to the second step, which is goal setting. Now, this was purpose setting. Now we go to the goal setting. Goal setting is, when do I want to buy it? How much do I want to spend on that mobile? What is my budget? What are the features I required? Specifics. Purpose was ambiguous and vague. Goal is specific. Once I write down this, then I take this as my, let's metaphorically say, as my Bible of it. Or this is set in stone for me. I go back and then see what is fitting into this purpose. So let my future purpose and let my goal define this particular action to it. Does that answer your question?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Definitely.
So I think this has been a very
one question I have got.
Yeah, please.
Pawan.
Yes, Pawan.
So it's very interesting. what I learned from NLP and what you taught me. So I was taking this Apple example you took in the beginning that was going in my mind. And I was thinking, if suppose that was because I was not I was not able to go to the refrigerator, or I was not able to go to the market to get that particular apple.
Yeah.
But if suppose that was becoming my unresourceful stage, because
Yeah.
I wanted to eat apple, but I was not getting it.
Right.
So action was not involved.
Correct.
So suddenly I saw a beautiful, orange, kept on that center table. So if I convert that stage from unresourceful of eating apple to what beautiful I have in front of me, when orange.
Yes.
So I am able to come out of that loop.
Yes. So I think this is yes, Pavan. So I think this
So,
is an example of one sec, Pavan. So this is an example of the dynamic nature of goals. In one of the sessions, we'll discuss this. Unlike most of us, what we understand, goals are not static. Goals change. Whatever goals you have made, as you progress towards it, there is a big chance, because you are humans, you're going to change. Goals will change. You will be wanting to get an apple. You are going towards an apple. And then you find that orange is actually more important, and I can take that. And it is in your reach. So you will pick up the orange. Although this may not get you an apple or delay the apple, but you will pick up something on the way. Yes, somebody else wanted to say something. Yes, Jyoti.
I think it's kind of a contextual compromise. We are in a different context, and our purposes, they are dynamic, like you said. They
Yeah.
keep changing, and accordingly, we decide to, we choose to come out of the loop.
Yes,
I think
yes.
it is a choice that we make.
Exactly,
So
exactly.
it's
Perfect.
different for all of us, where we compromise, how we compromise, and what are our purpose, what is the goal. So we can compromise on not getting the apple.
Well, let me put it this way, that so if you look at it as a compromise, it's primarily a label given to it. Finally, the person who is taking an action decides what is resourceful for him.
Exactly. That is
So-
what I'm trying to put.
So if we go to the presuppositions of NLP, we will go there and understand that anybody or whatever somebody does at any point of time is the most resourceful thing that person can do at that point of time. So we have to look at the dynamic nature of goals, and this dynamic nature of goal keeps us going. Look, like this, like when a child starts to crawl, his goal is to walk, but the parents will bring a walker in the place, so his goal will shift to walk in a walker first.
True
Even though he's
that,
not
yes,
saying,
yes,
so that's not a
correct.
compromise, that's like a choice he's made. Then he starts walking, and his goal, by the time he starts walking, his goal becomes running. So he starts running even if he topples down. And then we keep walking and running, and today when we look back, we walk so automatically that we don't care how we learned it. It's only because we didn't get into a thought loop whether I should walk or not.
Those are like those are biological milestones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So biological milestones are again great metaphors for mental milestones.
Sure.
It's the same as when you learned ABCD in the school. You didn't know you're going to make words out of it. When you made words, you didn't know you'll make sentences out of it. When you made sentences, you didn't know you were going to talk so much about the stuff in your life. So,
All that is preceded by speech. You
Yes.
need to get speech to get into language. So it is like,
yes.
yeah.
So as Steve Jobs said, you can look back and do it. One
Ashish,
little thing, one small thing before we continue. We may run out of this session very soon. We are proceeding towards the end. We have another 5-7 minutes into it. So I thought it's a good idea to completely bring it to a completion right now. These sessions would continue, and we'll be coming up very soon with another discussion, because I see everybody is so interested into it. So I would like to thank you all for coming today, and we will continue this talk right now. Please say, you were saying something. Yes, Umair, you were saying something?
Ashish, I was also saying something.
Yeah, Namrata, yes. Namrata, after
Yeah,
Umair.
okay.
Let Umair say.
Okay.
And then...
Okay.
I was just saying, you were talking about learning and all that. Like, for example, how to drive a car.
Yeah.
First make an effort to learn it, then it becomes part of you. You
Yes.
just drive away without thinking about it.
Yeah. So from thinking, one has to exit the thinking loop and get into the action loop.
Yeah. Yeah, then you don't even think about it.
Then you don't
You
even
just
think
drive
about
away.
it. Yes. And
Because it has become part of your
yes.
You can unconscious mind. Let's
Yes,
put it that way.
exactly. Yes, Namrata, you were saying something.
So Ashish, irrespective of whether it is a thought loop or a thought chain or a knot, the only way to get out of it is consistent action in the direction of your goals.
So the first step is to build the purpose really large. Then the second step is build your goals that are aligned to the purpose really big. You know how to use submodalities, Namrata, so you do it that way.
Yeah.
Then do a timeline, and then that's done. So does that answer your question?
Yeah.
So guys, I think.
I want to ask just one little question.
Sure.
Nikita.
Hi, Nikita.
I just want to ask, so these thought loops are generally negative in nature? I think once we have a positive thought, we generally don't keep thinking on it over and over again.
I don't know about it.
अच्छा सोच लेते हैं तो उसके बाद वापस सोचते ही नहीं है उसके बारे में.
Actually क्या है
And
कि
once we have
जब हम सोचते हैं तो हमें पता नहीं चलता कि वो नेगेटिव है या पॉजिटिव है. नेगेटिव या पॉजिटिव उसके आउटकम पे डिपेंड करेगा, ना कि सोचने पे. अगर मैं सपोज मैं गुस्सा कर रहा हूँ, बहुत गुस्सा आया हुआ है मुझे, मैं एंगर कर रहा हूँ, तो मैं उस वक्त उसको नेगेटिव लेबल नहीं करूंगा. लेकिन अगर मैं जाके किसी की पिटाई कर देता हूँ तो वो रिजल्ट नेगेटिव हो जाता है शायद. So thought by itself, it is very difficult to label as negative or positive. It's the result, it's the consequence, it's what comes out of it can have resourceful or unresourceful outcomes to it. So,
but then can a thought be negative because it is making you feel bad or like feel negative?
So that's the consequence.
For that person at that point of time.
So that is the consequence there. That is the consequence. That feeling bad is the consequence. Yes, Umair.
I think like you were saying, see, you can have this feeling that, okay, like I'm not good enough. You see, that's a negative thought.
Yeah.
That's a
those kind of thoughts will trigger
consequence.
your negative behavior and will keep on your thoughts becoming more negative and negative.
Well, all I have to say is that the person who's doing it doesn't consider it negative. Negative is from the vision of people from outside. When he's doing it, he thinks it's the right thing to do. Neha is asking something. Neha says, in case of dynamic times like these, where people may be questioning their purpose, how can we deal with it? So Neha, very soon we are coming up with a purpose session. So people have, messaged me about this. We will be coming up with a purpose session very, 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 very soon. So I guess I will be closing because it's showing me to close this.
Ashish, just one small thing, please.
So one second. So if any question is
Just
left
छोटा सा.
out, अगर कोई क्वेश्चन छूट जाता है तो मुझे मैसेज भी करना आप लोग. You all have my numbers. Yes, Momita.
Ashish, I get how we can use submodalities in this case, but I didn't get how we can use timeline.
Okay. So when you set a goal, you have to look back and divide it into milestones. And from milestone, you go to the last milestone, do a complete VAK enrichment activity there, then step back, and do it at all the stages, then multiple loops and hardwiring. So maybe in one of these sessions after this lockdown, we'll take up a timeline and you come and practice with us, right? That'll be wonderful. So guys.
Please have a virtual session.
Yes, please.
Please have a virtual session too.
Ashish, better release a calendar now.
Okay, I will. So
because
guys,
you're saying that we will be doing this session. Yes.
A lot of the sessions are coming. So once we decide how things are going to be very soon,